This nigga started immunity. He like, oh, niggas ain't paid. I need my bread back. I need my bread back. He knew he wasn't about to make it to the championship or the playoffs.
Man, what's crazy is that was the first year I sucked. The next year I was decent. And the year that he threw this fit, man, I was like 11 and 0.
Well, we was deep into it.
I'm like, bro, I say that for anybody. I know I get it, but man, you supposed to be my boy. Let me eat real quick. Yeah. Hit me later. Ask for your 20.
Small window of opportunity. You got to start it right. I need my money back.
But then the next year or another year, it was like Langston and somebody else. They was in there conspiring. They was sending each other players and shit with like unfair trades and shit. Niggas had to send niggas their money back the next year. We had to double back and send niggas money back to back year.
I think, like I said, it was probably, or J.O. said, it's probably like 8 years we've been in this league, and for the last 4, we've been able to get everybody's money in and collect it. And I will say, this year we got a motherfucking belt. Belt for the champ. So
It's crazy.
That's the thing. Like fantasy football is you find the right group. It's definitely like, all right, we got to run this back every year. You got bragging rights for sure. I got one championship. Darby got one.
Not in this current iteration of the league, but yeah, I have won a long time ago.
You won last year.
Actually, we can pull it up.
When did you win? Have you won?
Nah, I made playoffs for the first time last year.
Darv, have your pops? How many games has he won? He winning. He probably about to win.
7-6.
I feel like he get better every year.
Yeah, he's undefeated against me. So
I'll be forgetting he in the league sometime
because he don't be in the chat.
He don't
be in the
say
chat.
nothing.
He don't be in the chats or nothing. Man, that should be so. But like when people start losing, they stop setting they lineups and shit.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it when it's against me, but when I need somebody else to lose,
but
it'd be
Dar
like,
being the commissioner, he did what a good commissioner should do.
I was just about to bring it up.
He started setting people's lineups, so no free dubs.
Yeah, you was doing that in that second league.
I set a lineup in a week where there's about 5 or 6 of us, about Todd.
Yeah.
And I was going to get a free win, and I chose to set the man's lineup.
Did you still win?
Oh, crushed him. I got motherfucking Christian McCaffrey.
Darby do a good job as a commissioner. You run the league great.
Yeah.
Last year when Buddy passed away mid-game, you definitely took care of me because I was about to lose in the playoffs because my team didn't.
It was a lot of that I did.
My quarterback and my receiver wasn't going to play. He took care of me.
For the COVID season, I did a lot of that too.
Yeah.
When they canceled some
Darb
games.
do the logistics. I hold the money, and then we just
Yeah, we're definitely co-managers.
Yeah. But you do all the behind the scenes stuff. But fantasy is definitely like. Shit, them bragging rights. And you win money. We ain't playing for free.
No, there's definitely money.
I had a question,
for my dollars, man.
How are we going to get the belt to Topeka?
Topeka? For who?
You won't have to worry about that. Now, for the belt, for the people that are in the league, I'm going to ship it to your ass, but I'm not paying to get it shipped back. You don't have to send it to the next year's champ. That'll be a rule.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair. You got to. You can't hold on to the belt. We're not about to be buying multiple belts.
No.
In the WWE, when a nigga win, they don't get a new belt. They get the belt that nigga
same
had.
belt.
Yeah. Facts.
There's a hack. Use pirate ship.
Pirate
Put
ship?
it as the smallest dimensions possible. You can ship anything for $2.
Oh. Well, how you know that?
Yeah.
When I was selling shoes real heavy,
Yeah.
I send 10 pairs of shoes to freaking California. Put my boxes 1 inch thick, 1 inch wide, 1 inch long. With that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Hey, that's how it is. It's about to be one of them ones.
And then put it for like 0.01 ounces, and I pay $1 shipping. I got caught once, but the label was already made. He already scanned it. Big old box. He pick it up. He's like, man, I know this isn't that small. Like, shoot, refund me then. Like, what we gonna do next? You gonna send it? And so when I ship stuff, I always use pirate shipping. Get it for the low.
There we go.
Okay.
So this is a good segue into a topic I wanted to touch on, right? Welcome to the workshop. Let's introduce our guest first, right? behind the boards, we got Darv with the Hut.
As always.
Braxton can't be in today. He got other obligations, but if he could be here, he would. Your boy G Workshop for sure. To my left, we got Brandon Dozier. CFL, what you want to say, legend?
No, we can't go that far.
But I mean, definitely a great ball player. Played professional, D1 level. He's also a returning guest. If you haven't watched the first episode virtually, Doge was on when we first started. So we definitely appreciate you for that. But you back in the city. What brings you back into the Dub?
I had to come see what Rock Road and Kellogg is all about, so I had to experience it for myself.
Oh God!
And just for context here, we've been knowing Doge through a mutual friend of all of ours since 2015, so 8 years now.
Yeah.
Talking to him 3-4 times a week, and never met him. Today is the first time we are meeting B Doge. So.
I met him in Charlotte the one time.
Oh,
I met
right.
him in Charlotte
This is the first time I met him,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You met him a couple years ago or last year?
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
awesome.
It's crazy, like how far gaming can take. Women be like, "Oh, y'all don't have real relationships with y'all friends because y'all just be like on the game or like go hoop every 2 times a week type shit." But that's all it got to be sometimes type shit. Niggas been linked up for Madden leagues, fantasy football
Since 2015,
long
so
time.
Just be in the party talking.
Right, talking shit, talking
3-4
shit.
times a
talking
week,
shit.
you know?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff can't be aired on.
No.
To my far left, we got J.O. J.O., former football player as well, Emporia State. Now is in administration for the youth. So, he's doing things, helping out our youth. So what's going on, man?
Trying. Man, y'all know these kids.
Yeah, all right.
You work with kids. You about to work with kids.
Yeah.
They be trying.
They be
interesting bunch.
For sure.
Definitely a good sample set. Been around kids, you learn a lot. Been around adults, you also learn a lot. So
Yeah, facts.
everything is a learning experience.
No, for sure. But we was talking about shoes, like selling shoes or buying shoes or whatever. How y'all feel about buying reps? Like buying, give them from like the same shop from like the Nike, but that ain't the real shoe. They might be something wrong with it, but I mean it's gonna be the same shoe, but a little stitching might be wrong here and there. Would y'all buy some? Would y'all buy some reps?
Me personally, probably not. But if you buy reps and you honest, like these is reps, so forth. But if you buy reps and try to pass them as legit shoes, I'm against sending people to jail. Let me start off by saying that. I'm against sending people to jail. Right. But if you are selling reps and trying to tell people that they real, man, you need to go to the federal prison, not a Hutch jail. You see your Leavenworth, Arizona. You send you somewhere real. Because you're playing with people's lives.
You make enough money on that selling false, goods. You can go to big time jail for that, yeah.
Now selling reps as real, that's criminal. That's federal
criminal.
For sure. But you buying them from whatever Temu or wherever the fuck you can buy some reps at. What you think? You get some?
Nah, I wouldn't buy them knowing that they're reps. Now, I have a situation where I bought a pair of shoes. Yeah. They showed up, and I was like, oh, these is fake as hell. Yeah. Called the dude, man, you gave me fake shoes. No, they real. And I, called him out again, like, nah, bro, these is fake. And he finally admitted that, yeah, man, sorry, I just had to try to make some money.
Hell no, that's crazy. I ain't ran into nothing like that. But, I ain't about to be like, yo, you got some. I'm not about to be checking niggas' feet like that either, though. I'm not about to be checking niggas' feet. But if you wearing something ridiculous, you got some Dior ones on.
It got to be obvious for me.
You got some Dior ones.
You got some Dior ones on.
You got Dior ones on.
You got some Off-Whites on.
Yeah.
And I see your whole I know you.
Right.
I know you. You ain't got no Dior ones.
I know your job don't pay you no more than $18.50 an hour.
Yeah, but if you got some ones or some bread, I'm not about to be like, oh, those is fake. I'm not about to really check like that. I don't care personally because I'm not putting them on my feet, but I probably wouldn't buy none either.
I mean, unless Jordan is coming off a pick and roll instead of dunking, I'm gonna say something now. Mike did not do that move. He did not do that.
They got him holding the pose.
Jordan got a little butt crack, like they got a little stitch in butt crack on the Jordan. Boy got his finger sprayed on the ball.
Man.
Nah, it's definitely crazy, Cal. Like, or like a crazy ass colorway. Like I ain't never seen that colorway. Like no.
I had when I was childish, I would walk up to people and say, "Dang man, when Nike come out with those, when that colorway come out, what they call them?"
Yeah, I ain't even gonna cap. Like shit, I definitely received a pair of some fake shoes for sure for like a gift type shit, and I was wearing like. I'm like shit. I was in middle school. I'm like shit. I'm about to wear them.
Rocking them tough.
I had some they was like some 6 rings. I forgot like exactly what colorway they was, but they was like a Nelly edition 6 ring. Like they a real shoe.
The Country Grammars.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna say the SpongeBob joints.
No, I gotta look them up.
Have y'all seen the episode of Atlanta when they had the FUBU jerseys?
Yeah. But I was rocking them. I ain't gonna. So, but they didn't even have like the Jordan Air on the back of the 6 rings. Like, so when I used to wear them, I used to wear jeans, and I used to I used to make sure my jeans was long enough to get over to cover up the sign for sure.
Oh my god! So I've never wore the rap shoes, but when I was in middle school, I was big on the USPAs, and I had a bunch of them, and they was all clean. Like, it was USPA, but they was clean as hell. And I didn't really know what the difference was. So I'm thinking I did a good thing. I was student of the month at North High my freshman year. I'm taking a picture. My mama said, well, you need to have on something nice. So I put on my USPA.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. It was clean.
Yeah.
So they put my picture up in the glass.
You had 2 niggas on that house.
Bro. And I'm walking through the hall. People know my sister. My sister's popular.
Yeah.
They like, bro, what is that you got on? I'm like, it's a polo. What you talking? What I got on? Who you talking to? It's a polo. Bruh, that was a rough month for the student of the month.
They gave you a whole, because your picture was up for the whole month.
I was student of the month, and that's how I found out.
Student of the month in the USPA is crazy.
That's how I found out.
I didn't know either though in defense until like going actually to the store, and my dad was like, "No, that's not polo right there." Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah. I found out the hard way.
That's how you gotta find out sometimes the hard way. High school. Definitely built them calluses. Like that's what you need to be wearing and shit too. Yeah. You was definitely like, yeah, I'm not, yeah. Because in elementary school, you just wearing whatever your people give you for real.
Whatever. I used to teach elementary school.
Yeah,
we was a uniform school. Most days, everybody wore a uniform.
Yeah.
Some days, kids would come, free dress. In my head, I'm like, man, you should just put that uniform on.
They should never gave you that freedom.
You're doing too much, player.
Yeah, but it's like you get to middle school, girls start paying attention, niggas start roasting this shit. It's like, all right, I might wear these same forces for every week, but they something that I can wear and be like, cool with. We all went. Well, we went to JUCO. You went to college, right?
I went to Butler. I graduated from Butler.
So like
Butler.
I feel like all 3 of y'all went to Butler. Yeah, that's a real rivalry though. Hutch Butler.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's as much as a rivalry as y'all try to make it to be.
What you mean?
I mean, it's not a real rivalry.
Why not?
Because the hammer does not have a rivalry with the nail.
Correct. Correct.
When I was there, we beat Butler.
That's okay.
Alvin Kamara beat Butler.
That's true. That's facts.
Alvin Kamara beat Butler.
That's
he just happened to have a Hutch jersey on at the time.
Were you there at the same time?
Nah, this is my first year in Emporia.
Oh, okay.
And we had a Thursday game, so I went and watched. Man, where they find this dude at?
You playing on Sundays now,
what?
so yeah.
This dude is crazy.
Yeah. So what's y'all stance on using a public restroom? That's what I brought up JUCO because them weekends when there ain't nobody, when ain't no staff there, and you still in the dorms and you got to use a restroom should be sickening.
Hey, check this out, Dozier. How many days was I at your apartment when we was in JUCO?
Oh, he was there every day.
Man, it got to a point where dudes, man, you ever go home? No, it's dirty over there, man. Yeah. People don't flush the toilet. Got toilet paper all on the floor. Yeah. Piss all on the toilet seat, man. I can't do it.
So once you go through that, I'm like using the public restroom ain't no biggie to me. Like now, shit, I had to use the restroom in that shit. So I'm cool with you. Like if I gotta go, I'm not about to be hurt and go. I'm not about to be hurt and holding my. I'm not about to be holding it. I'm sorry. I'm not about to like go in a restaurant like after I get done eating. But if I can't hold it, I'm gonna go. I'm not about to be hurting.
In the 5th grade, man, I was trying to be bold, not drop a deuce at school. I was holding it all day, man.
School was crazy. Yeah.
Hit. Mind you, I showed up to school with a bad stomach. I got off the bus with this problem.
You got the BGs at 7:30.
Yeah, and I thought I'm going to tough it out, be Iron Man, and still with guts all day. Man, we hit recess.
Can't play
time
soccer.
To go, man. I'm scooting, running. Man, I don't make it. I don't make it.
5th grade?
I don't make it. I don't make it. So now, man, pride hurt. I'm in the stall crying. Man, I had to call my grandma to come get me out the stall so I could go home because I was not coming out. 2 hours. So from that day forward, the moment my stomach twitched a little bit, I'm sitting on the toilet, figure my life out real quick. I ain't owed nothing.
As long as you get the toilet right though, you can't. If you sit on there bare ass, you're white.
He ain't have enough time for that.
No, I'm talking about now. If you doing that now, you bare assing it, you crazy.
Right.
Try it.
You got a mummy it. You got to get it right. But now I had an experience like that too. I ain't even gonna cap. We was at football practice. We used to practice at like an elementary school. But like, so outside, there ain't no fucking restroom. Like, if you had to go to the restroom, you had to run, go to the tree, and piss and come back type shit. Like, just like any Little League football. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had no porta potties out there. You had to go to the restroom. At number 2, I just went around the school and just like, I had to go. Like, behind the school type shit.
You got some dead grass to wipe.
I ain't had shit to wipe with. I ain't had shit to wipe with. Bro, I'm like, yo. I'm like, after that though, I'm like, yo, I need to. And then I was supposed to have basketball practice afterwards. Go to Biddy basketball. I'm like, no. I can't go. I need to go home first. I can't play like this.
You need to go home.
Was your mom still doing your
home.
laundry at the time?
I was in middle. Yeah, I was in like elementary school.
Oh,
I was like in 4th grade.
Did she find them drawers?
Oh, I told her. I wasn't. There was no. I left middle of practice and just hit it behind the school type shit.
No.
But
who'd you play for?
The Colts.
Okay, so you was right around the corner from the crib.
Yep. Well, you using the public restroom?
If you gotta go, you gotta go, and I think that's the end of it. But if I can wait till I get home, I'm gonna take the option every time. So
I think the only off limits place for me is the plane.
Yeah, you going number 2 on the plane.
I'm not that shit.
Because ain't no privacy, man. You get off, you done blew the plane up, bro. Everybody.
Yeah, we not no little niggas either. So you sitting in that thing
You walking
confined,
past
like
and
you
the
can't
smell is following you through the aisle. Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Sick.
like. Shit, that's like one of them restaurants where you coming out and that shit stink. They know who did it.
They know who did it.
It's like with some stalls. It's like you can kind of hide it. Like it's a couple people in there at the same time. But
what about like when y'all traveling and them truck stop gas stations be dirty as hell?
Oof.
What you doing in that
Life or death, baby.
Yeah, but them be the ones that you absolutely gotta use.
Yeah, I'm a drive until I can find like a quick trip. I'm gonna try to go
Find
to like a
decent
like quick trip or like
It might be cleaning.
7. It might be a little bit better, but I ain't about to just stop in no like hillbilly town to just go. You go number 2. You go to your restroom. I'd be too paranoid for my safety, to be honest.
What about the Waffle House?
I'm going home. You going shit in the Waffle House? That's why I'm not going in the restaurant and going number 2. I'm just going home. Like
They got Waffle House in Wichita?
Nah.
No,
We got Huddle House.
What is that?
There's one of those.
Are they open 24 hours?
No, it's Waffle House is for us. Huddle House is for them.
I know what you're saying.
You hit that little thing on the.
That's right.
Niggas is huddling up, huh? Man, so we get into the Christmas season, right? You gift giving, gift receiving. You're, in a relationship, married. My fault, married. It's another family man. We just had a family man. We got another family man. Well, are y'all big into like, I seen this on the Jeff T podcast, 520 podcast. They was talking about, he was like, you're gonna have to compare the gifts I get you. Like, you gotta be able to equal what I get you type shit. How y'all feel about that? Like, as far as like, you know, your wife, your girl you talking to, shorty you talking to, or like not like parents and shit like that, but you know.
Yeah, I feel like for like a significant other, I feel like the matching has to kind of, you know, go together. She get you some socks, but you get her all the shoes, you get her a bag or something, you're going to feel a type of way. But, I mean, as far as, like, you know, just for family, like, you know, it's just like, cool, tell me what you want. I get it for you.
Yeah.
I don't really expect nothing back. But, yeah, your significant other, person you with every day, if I'm going all out for you, I need you to go all out for me.
No, it's only right.
Yeah.
It's only right. Because my birthday is on Christmas. So I'm not about to go all the way out for you. I'm going to be honest with you. Because it's my birthday.
It's your
and
birthday?
Christmas, right? I'm going to get you something. I'm going to make sure you good. You taken care of. But I'm definitely going to need to be more taken care of. You got one time for the whole year.
Yeah,
I got to do this twice.
double it up.
I got to do this for your birthday and Christmas.
Uh-huh.
You got one day. You can save up from January 1st, December 25th. You got a long time.
Long time.
So growing up, was it always one present for you?
No. They would say birthday and Christmas. Like, they would split it up between birthday and Christmas gifts. They would split it up, quote unquote. But you never really know unless your birthday wasn't on Christmas, though. Because this could have been the same amount of gifts that I got if it was just Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
You got a sister, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever like, dang, it's my birthday and it's Christmas. Why we unwrapping the same amount of presents?
Yeah, for sure. I paid attention.
I should at least have 2 more.
That's how I do. That's how I knew Santa wasn't real. I used to go to sleep with the same amount of presents that was there when I woke up. That's how I knew Santa Claus wasn't real. I'm keeping tabs. I'll keep it count for sure. For sure. But like, nah, for sure. Like, I definitely will. I'm being dead ass though. You gonna have to come with it for sure. So I'm gonna come with it too though. So like, yeah. Definitely. I'm gonna feel some type of way if not. Like, if you give me some socks and shit, like a beanie or some shit like that, I'm gonna act like it's cool, but in all actuality, you gonna feel some type of way.
Your boy fuming on this.
No, but you guys, like, you gotta put some thought into some shit, you know? I don't know.
I'm in a different boat. Like, I'll ask my wife, like, what you want for Christmas? She'll say, house decoration, house decor, towels, bedding, blah, blah, blah. I'm a low maintenance guy. I still have the sheets and the covers from when I was in college.
Right.
So she tells me that stuff. I'm going to go get the most basic, whatever. My wife's super nice. And I just know her now.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I'm like, dang, I messed up. This is not a good gift.
Okay. So what's the reaction when you get her something that's a good gift?
She don't say nothing. She just stare at it. And then it's like it'll get used a lot.
Okay.
But if she makes those little subtle comments, I'm like, man, I just waste some money. Let me see if I could sneak it and take it back. So like back when we would buy 4 or 5 pairs of shoes a month. Like every time I buy myself some shoes, I buy her some. Woo. We have
you a better man
our bedroom. Yeah, we have another room. There's another room with shoes that she does not wear. And I'm talking mushroom fours, Olympic foams, like stuff like that. I just sit there, collect dust. I pick them up. I'm like, let me take these to the kids at the school. Why would you do that? Like, I might wear them one day. Baby, you ain't wear these shoes in 4-5 years. They're gonna start crumbling if they don't get used. But on me, like, I don't like, when people ask me what I want for Christmas, I'm like, I don't know. Some shoes, some shoes. Yeah. I don't know.
Sure, I can get you a list.
I'm the same way. I'm low maintenance like you. I don't never know what to get for Christmas. I mean, some shoes. I don't. Maybe a TV. You know, something like that. But I don't need a TV.
You guys for TV for Christmas?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I just said
TV.
You know, nothing too bad. That's 70 inch, you know, someone to mount it. You know? But I mean, I feel like once you be with if you're around them all the time, they should know like if you wear fitteds, if you wear, you know, Nike Tech, whatever you play the game, like they can probably figure out what to get you after a while, like what kind of cologne, like shit like that. It ain't gotta be much. You ain't gotta give me no Hellcat, no goddamn all exclusive trips to Jamaica, no shit like that. But like, you know, at the end of the day, it's the thought that counts, is what they say, right?
Before y'all ask y'all next question.
Yeah.
So I'm getting into cologne now.
Right.
I like Givenchy and the Versace smell. What type of cologne y'all be wearing?
Shit. I got this Calvin Klein I got for Christmas one time. I be wearing that. I went out to Puerto Rico and you know, pretty women, they be selling cologne. I was like, shit, fuck it. It's like $30 or something like that. But I can't even, it's not the Dior, but Savage. It's like another brand though. So I got a couple that I just keep in rotation. I'm not like a big cologne connoisseur yet. Yeah. So I ain't really got into the smells like that.
Yeah, I'm not like I've had one cologne for the past like 4 years. That's how like little I wear it. Like if I get dressed up, but like I don't always walk out the house with it. But I have the 1,000,001 elixir. I think you might have sent me a video like the gold bar. That's what I've been wearing.
Yeah, that's that CFL money right there.
Yeah, that gets you right.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. The one with the gold bar.
Yeah.
Now,
Please don't say you're wearing Axe.
take this the wrong way, because you know, as soon as you mention this fool's name, like so much other stuff comes with it.
Dwight Howard?
But I got that. If Dwight Howard selling cologne, I'm not buying. But I got that presidential Trump collection cologne that smells pretty good. But
You keep it
I
next to
thought
that
you were
one
gonna say Diddy next.
I mean, that's why I said you can't win. As soon as you mention this man's name, it's just a lose. But the cologne is fire.
Don't nothing beat honesty though. Glad you was honest. Because I would have lied.
What you gotten into some fragrances that you or you just trying to pick up on some?
So my mom, that's what she usually would get me for Christmas. So she got me a bottle of some Versace cologne, and that's what I was wearing. I didn't really. It smelled good, and then it sounds good when people ask what kind of cologne you wear, and I say Versace. But then my mother-in-law got me like a Macy's 40 sample pack because my Versace went out. So every day I've been a different scent, and I'm trying to figure out
what you like to
what I'm gonna get next.
Yeah,
He got
I also
that
didn't
Jordan
realize
kit.
how expensive cologne is.
Yeah.
I went to go buy because I was like, I like this smell. Let me go buy a bottle. She says, what size do you want? Let me get the biggest one. Might as well go all out. I drove all the way over here.
yeah.
$250, never mind. Never mind. I got a couple more samples. I think they last me. I got a couple more samples. I think they might last me until time is over.
Yeah.
So how many sprays are y'all when you put the cologne on?
I go neck, wrist, and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit the chest a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 5. Wrist, shoulder, right in the middle.
Yeah. I try to spray it on your like clothes though. I try to spray it on my body because you know you get the hood.
Yeah, I'm wrist and then branch it wherever it need to go.
Yeah. But like I wear it to work. Like I got one that's like a more like everyday, you can wear like everyday type shit, and then I got one that's like going out. Like I got a couple that I can kind of throw in the mix. But yeah, definitely smelling good. Niggas be in the club musty, or niggas be out musty, like, you know. I definitely
Another crime, by the way. You should
but niggas
fine a ticket, something.
We too old for that now.
21 and up, it musty, man.
But everybody that been in those days when you done went to school and you was like, damn, you kind of smelled yourself in like high school. So yeah, you ain't answering no questions that day. You got your shit pinned to your torso.
I was always unfortunate enough to have my Lifetime Sports weights, all that.
He was in there hooping too.
Yeah, but it would be second hour, third hour. So then you just got to go the rest of the day with it. Tragic.
So I mean, you an admin, right? So what is something that you see like when we was kids, like when we was growing up type shit, or like, is there a difference between the generations, or like what you think would be the big, like if there is, what's the biggest?
I would say like when we were kids, like we understood like we're kids. Well, we understood like, yeah, we might not like this teacher, we might talk back, but when it's all said and done, like we understand, like we kids, we wrong, we know we shouldn't. If they tell us to do something, we know we shouldn't do it. These kids today, man, they grown. But on the back end of that, a lot of our kids, I mean, they've been through a lot. Yeah. Like I think this generation of kids, they've lost more friends to gun violence, overdoses, just different type of death situations that I've never seen. Yeah. So I mean, kids do go through a lot, but then adults on the back end make a lot of excuses for it. It's a lot of the silly stuff kids do. So. Back in our day, we were held accountable a little bit more than what kids today are. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, I work with kids too, and it's like the part where they know what they don't know. They know what's right from wrong, but they don't be caring. Like they be cuss.
I used to care. I used to cuss, but I used to care who I was cussing in front of. Like I used to just openly cuss in front of teachers or adults type shit. They don't care.
Not at all.
They don't care, and they got the exposure to everything that we ain't really have exposure to. Like we wasn't able just to look on our phone and just research some shit or just look at some shit or scroll through TikTok while in class, Twitter and shit like that until we got later into high school and shit. So, and like the parents, I feel like that's where it started. I feel like it started at home, but
100%. But even when we were kids, it started at home. Right. Like if you said something off the chain, not even off the chain, but if you was teetering that line a little bit, like. Your mom or your daddy would reach over and gracefully put you back where you needed to be. Right. Parents nowadays, but I mean, you also hear like such and such disciplined her child, and now she got a report filed on her. Yeah. Or this parent, when they were a kid, their parents abused them, and so they feel like corporal punishment is abusing their child. So they don't know different ways to discipline their kid. That isn't a whooping or isn't this, and that. And so just learning different ways to discipline your kid will probably work.
But, I mean, you are a father. I mean, you have a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what, how's that? Like, you work with kids, and I'm sure you see examples of like, yep, that's definitely not what I want to be encouraged in behavior, right? So how do you, like, be able to correspond, like, what, you do with that?
It's like my son just 2, so what he does, of course, like working with our kids, the kids I work with, I can definitely make my blueprint now. As far as I see examples of parenting from parents that I work with, like I like that way. Yeah. I like what you just did there. Yeah. Then I see examples from parents that I work with, like nah. I'm not doing that.
Right.
But not even just like parents. It can even be other teachers, other staff members on different situations that they've been in with their kids that they share with me. Like, no, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
But I also have my wife, who very intelligent. She researches a lot. Yeah. So she is really the master of the house.
That's what's up.
So what she says goes. If she says we're going to bed at 7, that's what time we go to bed. If we waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that's what time breakfast is. Yeah. That's what time we doing it. If she say we're not whooping the kid, he might get a whooping when she not around, but when she is around, we're not whooping. But it's just having that good balance. And then it's really helpful and it's really easier if you find a person. You don't even have to be married. Yeah. But if you can find a person that you can have a kid with, and y'all can co-parent successfully, life would be a lot easier. That's a lot, and that's another thing we see with kids where mom's house, they get to do this at mom's house, but they don't get to do, like, it's 2 separate households. Right. So they're confused at school, and they get to do, and then they play their mom and dad. Yeah. So now the parents are competing. Who's the better parent? I don't want to whoop him. I don't want him to not want to be around me more. Blah, 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 blah. So that's another thing kids are dealing with as well.
That makes sense. I mean, you went to college with J.O. Yeah. Did you see the side of him coming? Did you ever like, man, he gonna be a family man, he gonna be married? Like, was that?
No, I was literally just thinking that, like, listening to him talk right there is like, I was like, that ain't
that brother ain't like that. But no,
I mean, even him like getting married and stuff like that, like, in our younger days, I thought I'd probably go before he did. And
That's crazy. This is a crazy turn, but so I don't know. You're an Ohio State fan, man. Oh, we had Keon walking to the building.
Yeah, we got another legend. What else? We can't get him in the picture right now, but we will at the end.
Yeah. So Ryan Shazier, right? Have y'all seen that shit? The Ryan Shazier news?
I saw a little bit of it on Twitter.
But you know who Ryan Shazier is, right? I mean, Ohio State, former Ohio State linebacker, dog at for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right. Ended up getting hurt, paralyzed from like the waist down while playing football. You know, have been able. So him and his wife, she helped him nurse him back to health and stuff like that, right? And she just exposed him for like cheating, basically. And people on social media just like, nigga, she done helped you gain your ability to walk back. Huh?
Everything she could do.
Everything she could do to help you gain your, walking back, help you do these fun and everything like that, and you cheating. So, and niggas was saying that he was telling women that he was Josh Dobbs.
He was for real.
No. They said once you give a nigga the ability to walk, they gonna walk right out your life. So ain't that crazy though? Like, that's just wild.
That's some Diary of a Mad Black Woman Medea shit for sure.
Shit is
Crazy. But I mean, as crazy as it is, like, he still is a man, and men be doing stuff like that. It's not as crazy as it is to believe when you in the NFL, you got money, success. I mean, I don't know. It's obviously wrong. But
Right.
It's not impossible to not
Oh,
believe.
that's not
You know what I'm saying?
impossible.
Oh,
No,
he got
no.
injured real bad, so now his sex drive is going. No, that is not the case.
But you got some type of nerve to be cheating after you couldn't even walk, and she was walking. She was probably wiping your
His ass.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm aware, but you know, it's probably a worse situation that's been happened before too.
I'm just putting it out there, man. Speaking of, if y'all got anything y'all want to, y'all.
So she exposed, like, put out the receipts.
Yeah, he was texting the woman, like they had met already, and she was like sending them pictures, like not like naked pictures, but it was like, oh, I can't wait to see you. Like he was cheating. Like,
I guess, like, is she doing it, like, why would she put this, like, is this a clout thing? Like, what is she trying to get on Basketball Wives? Like, what's she trying to do?
she was just like, I'm tired of like hiding this or whatever like that.
File
just
for
like
divorce and move on with yourself.
I agree. Like, cause like
not his first time.
My perception of him doesn't like. I don't really like.
I would
He went
say
to
that's-
Ohio State
That's
and
probably
balled
not
for
his
us,
first
so-
time getting caught cheating by this woman.
Yeah. She probably like, okay, I'm about to air out the dirty laundry, or
Just
whatever.
leave him.
But I mean, motherfuckers ain't perfect. Like, cheating is not okay. Don't be out here cheating. But like, shit, are you gonna leave after this?
Yeah, if you unhappy, leave.
But I mean,
Correct.
it's a two-way street.
It's easier said than done.
Because, like, if he don't want to be faithful to his wife,
He should have
can-
left.
He
He
can
could
also file for divorce.
Yeah,
and
he could
peace out
express
as
that
well.
why he wasn't happy and shit, and could have,
But that's easier said than done. His situation of filing for divorce is a lot different. He's probably the breadwinner of the family.
Yeah.
Probably gonna lose
That's
a
true.
bag.
Yeah, that's true.
Half of everything.
Nah, but I mean, shit. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't in no like marriage and shit like that to be like, the paperwork and shit. But yeah, you getting caught texting and you going out to he was supposed to be going to his foundation and like opening up shit for like for the kids that
Oh
could be
no!
doing.
Don't use the kids, man. Leave the kids
in
out.
Ohio.
This is what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna try to amplify it based on the lie he told to get away with the cheating.
He was there though for that.
You said what?
He was there for that though. The girl was from Ohio. He was in Ohio for his
Oh,
foundation.
but he actually did it though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, well, then that's fine.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, yeah."
I was like, the cheating is the bad part. The fact that he told an elaborate lie is not relevant
Oh,
to me. you know?
yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's just how he got away with it.
It's not about how you got to the murder. It's that you did.
It's
the
that
murder.
you did it,
It's that you did
exactly.
it. It wasn't the intention. It's like you got it. It happened.
Speaking of that, I have a story. J.O. is one of the people that likes to ruin TV shows and movies for people. And he did that to our mutual friend, Mateo. Ruined a show for him that he was right at the end at.
What show was it?
Sons of Anarchy. Ruined it for him. And then he go like, oh, I didn't know he was watching. I didn't know he finna. I'm like, bruh, the intent is only relevant to you. It doesn't matter to Teo because he got the show ruined. Like, you are a scumbag. That was crazy.
That has nothing to do with Ryan Shazier. Just want to point that out. Very off topic.
I'm fucking
It's an accident.
It was an accident. Yeah. So y'all, if you were lined up on Tyreek Hill, is there any scarier matchup that you think that would like
I play
in the
against
league
Tyreek
right
Hill.
now? I'm sorry, like being lined up against Tyreek. Is there another receiver that would be more of a Like, is he the scariest matchup that you could think of, or would you rather go to speed or like power and height?
I think if I was lined up against any receiver in the NFL, the one that probably scare me most is him. Because if I don't touch him, he's gone. If I don't stop him at this line, he's
like no mistakes. You can't jam with the wrong hand. Can't have bad feet. Yeah. One mistake, peace out, man.
How I was doing you in Madden. He just gonna run by everybody.
He ain't said my one though. He came back and won. Yeah,
I was just playing around. It wasn't playoffs. The J.O. had said, "Do y'all feel like Dak for take this year out of the picture from his previous body of work? Do you think that gives him almost like a negative image on what he's doing this year?"
For sure. People don't believe in Dak until he can do it in the playoffs. I feel like he's having a good year, but you still have that hesitation. Like, we gonna wait to see still.
I think it's like when Tony Romo was the Cowboys quarterback. Like, Tony Romo didn't suck. Statistically, one of the better quarterbacks we've seen. Them people just couldn't win no games. Yeah. And winning is a quarterback stat.
I don't agree with that, but
winning is a quarterback stat?
Winning is a coach's stat. Touchdown passes, passing yards, quarterback rating, those are quarterback
Do we ever
stats.
blame the running back because the team's not winning? Do we ever blame the safeties because the team's not winning?
If Walter Payton was the running back, yeah, they would.
Winning is the quarterback stat.
Yeah.
We're always going to look at the quarterback for the wins. Quarterbacks are going to get more money if the team is winning. Yeah. They're going to get less money if the team is losing. They're going to get rid of quarterbacks if the team is not winning.
So the San Francisco 49ers, they weren't winning with Jimmy Garoppolo?
I mean, they were. Were they winning big games? Did he get them past the hump?
The NFC Championship.
They was paying him an arm and a leg, and then there's Jimmy Garoppolo. I feel like there's more to the story with him that they don't talk about.
Kind of like there is with Brock Purdy. He's got Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel.
I feel like quarterbacks. I agree because if they losing, it's the quarterback's fault. If they winning, the quarterback gets all the praise. And I feel like that's more of what he's saying, more than just like.
But that's at every level.
I think that's
every
true,
level of football.
But I'm more of a, it take 11 guys to win. The one guy is the most important. But if y'all didn't got Chris Jones, y'all win the Super Bowl.
We got Patrick Mahomes, yes.
But let's say like Josh Allen.
We just disagree.
Like Josh Allen now, they 6-6. Or whatever they are now, 6-6, I think.
And no one thinks
and he got the most touchdown passes this season, right? But they losing. Is it his fault? What
was the problem whenever they changed the rule for the coin toss? They said they didn't have a defense. They didn't say it was the quarterback's fault. So I mean, they 6-6 now, right? Yeah. He's a great quarterback, right? Why don't they have more wins? It's because they don't have a great running game. They damn sure don't have a number 2 receiver, Gabe Davis. And you need other players. Von Miller been hurt. They paid him all that money. So I just disagree. Quarter wins are a team/coach stat.
/quarterback.
If you want to put them as that tertiary group, that's fine.
So
another question on kind of what Darv was saying. So who was the the not Power 5 team that went undefeated this year? Liberty, right? So with you were saying, making the point that, which it is Florida State. It's comparing Florida State to Liberty, it's, it can't really do that. But does Liberty deserve a spot in the Final Four? Because like you just said, they did go undefeated.
No, I think, but if you look at Florida State, you get like the strength of schedule too. They were like top. The Florida State was like number 3 in like the strength of schedule or something like that. So I think like Liberty, I think they mentioned like those like non-Power 5 schools would get in like that 12th spot next year, so they could play so they can get a chance. But I don't think. Because even that year that UCF went undefeated and they went and played
hung
LSU.
Their banner too.
Yeah, and they went and played LSU and beat them that year too. But I don't know.
But LSU did have a lot of their star players that were first round draft picks.
Yeah,
not playing that game.
Right.
So
for sure.
If you lead them dudes in, does UCF still win that game?
No, probably no. They had Joe Burrow though.
What if Liberty beats Oregon though? Does that make the case next year that if any team in any conference, if you go undefeated, you should be able to get into the 12?
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
If next year they'll have a chance to prove it, like you said.
Yeah.
But before then, the strength of schedule is just too much compared to a Power 5 school.
But speaking on that, like that's a good like segue with the players like leaving for the draft and not playing in bowl games. When the transfer part, like college football is way different than when we played, or like when we were even you trying to get recruited and shit. They got these super duper seniors that that been in school since I was in school type shit. Yeah. The transfer portal. They got the NIL. Like, what y'all think about people like staying in college, not going to the league, and just running it back to get the NIL money, or just transferring again? If a kid had an option to go to the league or the NIL, what do you think would be the best? Because they seen Marvin Harrison Jr.
I was about to say, if you asking me a specific question, I'll answer it.
Haven't declared yet.
I want Marvin back with the Buckeyes.
I'm glad
and
you went.
The only the argument that people make is that it'll take him an extra year longer to reach his second contract in the NFL, which is the dumbest reason ever not to go back to Ohio State if they're gonna pay you like an NFL player. So I'm all for it if it's Marvin Harrison, but I'm also all for kids sitting out of bowl games because they don't want to get hurt, because they want to go to the next level. So I'm good with it either way, NFL or college.
Yeah. Going back, well, we'll be speaking strictly on Marvin Harrison, of course, as an Ohio State fan. Yeah, come on back. But I would leave if I was in that position because, if they going to pay you like a first-round receiver, great. We ain't seen it happen, though, yet. Like, the most money from an NIL that somebody's got is $4 million. It's just a lot of money as a college kid. But you going top 5 in the NFL draft, you're going to make way more than that. And you ain't got – if you get hurt in the league, you're already there. You come out and, like – I remember I was watching Shannon Sharp and them talk about it, like Marcus Lattimore, how he fucked up his whole leg type shit and was never the same. Football is just not a sport that you can take chances with. So you need to strike when the shit is hot. That's how I feel.
No, I before you said that, I had a different, like, let's stay in college as long as you can. Yeah. But you're right. Like, you never know. Jordan Travis, you never know. Like,
right.
Hey, I'm sliding. I get popped and I got a concussion that put me out for a year. I break my leg, now I'm out for. So, no, that's the point. Yeah. And once you get hurt, your draft stock go down a lot. Mm-hmm. So, you never know how the game, you never know if you're going to make it out that game on both legs. You never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, go get your money, man. Go get that guaranteed money right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the most important thing is get your paper. Like, just being in professional sports now, like, you see it in the NFL and you're seeing it now with the transfer portal. Everybody's making moves based off the money. So, secure your future. So, if you're going to make more, like, like a Shedeur Sanders, like, yeah, he might not make – the whatever, what's first round guaranteed?
It depends the draft pick, but like I think the first pick is like 40 guaranteed.
It's a lot of money.
I think the lowest by the time you get to like 32 is like 10 million to 12 million guaranteed for the.
So like hand one, he's well off already.
He's not worried about the bread. No problem for him. Like Marvin Harrison either. Like his dad was a damn Hall of Famer. Like money is not an issue for him.
And if you a first round rookie, it's a 4-year contract versus a 5-year contract, so you can come back to the table earlier than someone drafted in the second round.
Yes, I like just with that, it's kind of you just weigh your options. Okay, cool. Do I take this little $100K, $200K that I'm getting in college, which, like you said earlier, is a perfect living in college. Like we would all kill somebody for that. SRTs. Which that's another thing too. It's a crazy topic to get into. Is like I couldn't imagine what it's like being in college and just having $100K in my pocket.
Nah, facts. Because I used to get the Pell Grant. Or like the refund check
and make it last.
Make it last. But I used to definitely make some dumb purchases for sure. I used to definitely get some shit. You knew when niggas refund checks hit.
What? Oh, yeah. Especially them Southern dudes. Them dudes from down south. You
go straight to the bookstore.
They just got a little bag.
They go straight to the bookstore. grab some hoodies, backpacks and shit. Man. Or like, yeah, for sure. So I can only imagine if I was getting paid, like even if it was just like a little, like a little electric company is giving you a little stipend or whatever. $50K, that's a lot of money for a semester or a year in college. I'm definitely not, because it don't come with no, like,
it come with some attachment strings.
No, but it don't come with no financial assist. Like, it don't come with no advisors telling you how to do your money, how to manage your money and shit like that. You just getting the bread.
Getting bread.
I couldn't imagine. Especially I ain't go D1. So it's
especially now, like all dudes here, like young dudes, and we know as young men, like we're easily influenced. Right? A young man is easily influenced. And whoever they're gonna follow, like that's who's gonna follow them. Dudes, little dudes now, females, and all females talk about. I need a dude with this bag. He gotta drop a bag, or he gotta buy me this. I need a dude that's gonna fly me out. I need to do that. So hopefully these dudes got an uncle, a big brother, a pops.
They don't.
That tell them, hey man, you better not be spending no crazy amount of money on no little girl that's not, you not serious about. I seen a meme the other day. I better not catch my son cash apping no chick.
Because she look cute today.
Because she look cute. Hey,
Bro,
so
you know what's funny?
that'd be one thing I would my son in front of his mama over there.
What if you go through your son's phone and he's sending those she about to get in the shower. He like, without me.
Hey, that's my
He's
son.
sending those without me.
That's my son. He got that from me. My son.
Don't let me find out you over here triple sending DMs.
Man,
like please
stop
don't.
talking to
I hope my
yourself,
son
boy.
not a lame. Please don't be a lame trying to get the bag just to cash out shorties and stuff like that. That ain't. But not for real though, because they gon' a lot of these kids now, I'm assuming, making these decisions on where to commit, where the bag is at. And then they gonna get this bag, and then if it don't work out, they gonna transfer. There's no real true loyalty in college sports no more. So I feel like that's where we at with it.
If I could suggest something to add to the whole NIL thing is put these young men with some type of financial advisor. Somebody that can tell them like, hey, let's make sure we're just not spending. Let's make this money work for us as well.
Yeah.
If we can give, because a lot of times it be kids that grow up in the slums, they come from nothing. Like you said, 100,000 is a lot of money when you got zero. So the first thing you're gonna do, I mean, we all done been in situations where, we grew up no money, now we got nice jobs, and our first couple of paychecks, like we gonna buy what we want.
Facts.
Because I couldn't buy them shoes 2 months ago. I can buy them now. I'm gonna go get them.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna think about those choices later. So getting those young men and those young ladies partnered up with people, having someone on staff that can tell them like, hey, let's make sure.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we buy this. Let's make sure we.
It's important that you said like the young ladies too, because like Angel Reese, she got the second highest bag from the NIL. So
and
like
stop going to class.
Yeah, and they got like she
that's
just
hard though.
And she's just getting
It's
back on the
very
team.
hard.
And she's just getting back on the team. And like Caitlin, like whoever college athletes, if that's what you need to be. You need to be giving them wisdom and advice on what but they're still gonna make their own decisions. They're not gonna be perfect.
I don't want to go too far off the edge, but just to stay in the same vein, like you talk about, they don't have financial advisors, all this other stuff, and they be having this money. But it's still cool to make a documentary about all the NBA players going broke because they ain't never had nobody in their life to, but that happens all the time. But they make a documentary and they say shit like, oh, how can somebody spend $50 million? Motherfucker, cars are expensive.
Cars,
insurance is expensive.
People start asking you.
Versace is expensive.
You start investing into your friends' businesses.
Yeah, I need $10,000 to get this mixtape off. I need, like people say the dumbest shit.
I want to say it was the Pat Bev, his podcast. He was talking about white athletes and black athletes. The black athletes, they work behind because they got to put their mamas and daddies in new cribs, and pay for this.
Not facts though.
I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Before they start making their money work towards their kids. When the white athletes, when they get their big paycheck, they parents is telling them buy your crib. But then, this is what I invested my money in. So here's what you should do. Here's the family business. You could put some money in this. It's already working. Like, that's what dad does. That's how we get our money. You can make this business grow. Here's your money, blah, blah, blah. Let's make our money work for it.
Yeah. That's facts.
But I will always say the black families, the black households are not as poor as they used to be.
Yeah.
Like, so the time is changing. So just making sure we know what to do with the money instead of just spend it.
And it's like a part of like resources and education as well. Like it's hard to find it, or it's not, if you don't know, you don't know. But like even like when we was growing up, I'm sure like we all wanted to go to the league. And like our first is just like, oh, we're gonna get our mama house, but we're gonna make sure our people's are straight. Correct. Instead of taking care of ourselves first. Correct. So it's and been
I
passed
never
down.
even thought about that. That's on Pat Bev. Shout out to him. That makes more than perfect sense.
Yeah, facts. That Zion, like the team has been telling Zion that he need to get on his diet, that he need to get on his diet and stuff. But he ain't listening. So I don't. What y'all think about Zion? Are you been coming up with the league?
Yeah, I'm not big into the NBA and stuff like that. I just see what they put on Twitter and what they like when they make fun of Zion and his diet.
but you seen the video when he was dribbling and his he was I don't know if you see it. He was like dribbling down the court and that nigga was chunky. That nigga was definitely chunky. Like I'm about done with Zion. I ain't gonna cap. You come into the semifinals game. We got Keon. He's been watching the games. He's been keeping it on it. What you think about how Zion been and the report about he ain't keeping his diet right?
He ready to get up out of there. He lazy. He out of shape. You could tell too. Like he out there walking around on offense and defense. He ain't rebounding. Like he just ready to go.
That nigga. I feel like he don't want to be in New Orleans for one, and for two, man, that nigga. He was getting the only chick's girl pregnant. She was on Twitter posting him like before the season even started about him cashing out for the girl for OnlyFans. That nigga not focused. He done had a kid. That nigga ain't focused. That nigga playing the wrong sport.
How many second chances are the Pelicans gonna give him?
This got to be like the last straw. Because if you coming out willingly to say this about your star player in the media, you got to be on your last straw. Like I'm done. We about done with this nigga. Yeah. I think he trying to force their hand though. I don't know.
It is still Zion's. He gonna find a team.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Somebody gonna pick him up.
I don't know though, cause like before the season started, he was on Gil's Arena. He was saying like he was trying to get right. He was gonna give it this year a chance, but I mean it ain't looking too good right now. Like you said, they putting that in the media, so he could be going by the deadline. I mean if they can find a deal, it's December, so they still got like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been to Mardi Gras probably like the last 3 years down in New Orleans. That food is good.
No, that shit, bro. Dieting is the worst part. Dieting is hard as shit. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Dieting is easy if you're a millionaire.
If you got the resources, you can figure that. But you in New Orleans,
you can figure that stuff out.
He be eating Boday's, the gumbo, Bo Boys gumbo. I'm sure he got. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he need to get together though. So you really think y'all really, you split the ways between Topeka and Wichita, right? And you've been coaching in Wichita. Yeah. You really think Topeka got something on Wichita in football, bro?
100%. If you put Topeka in one high school, I think we give Wichita a run for their money.
It is a fact that the best high school in Topeka, West Monroe, this year, did beat the best high school in Wichita East, in a football game. But Wash Monroe did lose to the best Wichita area team in Derby.
That's a Wichita school.
Is it?
I'm gonna say it for this argument.
If you argue with somebody and they're like, "I'm from Derby," boy, that ain't Wichita, it's Derby.
But Derby got the black kids from Wichita to go there.
Sometimes.
Because I know you. So you posted somebody from
my little brother.
That's your little brother.
But he grew up in Derby.
Okay.
He grew up right in Derby, so he a Derby kid.
Okay.
So 100% all Derby.
Derby.
But people will say, Hub not from Derby, he from Wichita. No, Hub live in Derby. Been living in Derby since he was 1. He was a Derby kid.
What position you play?
Does he play?
Yeah.
He play running back.
Okay. He been like senior or junior?
Yeah, senior year. He had a good year.
Okay.
It was a quiet good year. Like at first, I'm like, man, he probably looked like he's scoring touchdowns, but he not really popping. Then you look at his numbers, like, dang, man, 10 carries, 120. That's a good game. He had 20 carries, 185, 2 touchdowns in the state game.
Did they win?
No, they lost by 3.
Damn.
They got caught. A triple option team decided to throw the ball at a small second, so that always catches those high school kids off guard.
Oh, for sure. You still in the coaching, or now you done with the coaching?
So when I transition to the dark side, I don't get to coach no more.
Mm-hmm. What made you make that transition from?
So I mean, here's a question: like y'all, how many black principals did y'all have in high school?
High school?
Elementary school.
I had one in middle school. I had a couple in middle school, probably.
That's crazy.
At Brooks, we had a couple.
That's crazy. Who are we when we talk about education and we talk about our reading scores, we talk about our math scores?
Like
kind of which kids are we talking about?
Yeah, like kids,
so,
yeah.
How can we help those kids if they're not represented in those meetings? I was lucky, though. My high school, we had two principals. We had two head principals the time I was there. Had a black man and a black woman. So they was in charge of the whole school. But I think that's important. I think representation matters, regardless of what it is. So even in your role, when you showed up to the other school I was at, and majority of the kids that go to the after-school program are black kids, and you come there in a position of power, I mean, that looks good to them. That they see that I don't got to be a rapper, I don't got to be an athlete, I don't got to sell drugs to look nice. So that's why it's a point of emphasis to me that when I go to work, I put on nice shoes.
Right.
I put on some type of sneakers, I wear some type of streetwear, so they know, like, dang, I can have a good job. I can still look and talk the way I want to talk and be professional and have positions of power.
Right. I mean, like you said, like, I work with kids too, so it's like, but I'm gonna always be myself though. Like, I'm not about to be like cookie cut, like, bro, like you about to hoop, I'm about to bust your ass. Like, you wanna challenge me in something, we gonna play. I'm I'm gonna interact with you, but I'm gonna keep you accountable too. Like, it's good to see like black men being in those positions to where it's like you can. I'm not saying I'm like mentoring or anything, but you do have that lasting impression if it's like shit, Coach Grayson or Mr. Grayson, whatever, he helped me through. He can understand more than I'm not about to go to this other teacher or somebody else because he gets where I come from. Like, he can relate to it. Even with the white kids, like, it's just like it is what it is. Like, you're younger. You're not like 50, 40-year-old teacher just telling them what to do. Reminds them of their parents. It's like you can come to them like in a different way. You can kind of.
I mean, regardless if they say like you're being my mentor, you're looking up to me, man. Those interactions matter.
Right.
So sometimes like that's just what they need to see. They need to see someone that looks like them. It sucks sometimes. Like, dang, man, I got to listen to this white lady all the time, tell me what to do and boss me around, and then I go home and my mama tell me not to listen to white people. That's hard for the. That's hard. That's hard for the kids. So I worked at Gordon Parks, and that's right around the corner from my mom's house, right? 25th and Grove, 26th and Grove. Man, them kids really going through it over there. Yeah. And so the head principal at Gordon Parks is a black lady.
Right.
And
nice lady. Yeah,
she man, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But her thing is that, like, hey, these are y'all kids. Like, yeah, you can send them to my office and I'll do this and I'll do that. But when they're in y'all room, they're y'all. Treat them like they y'all kids. Yeah. Like, love them, encourage them. When they get out of line, let them know that they out of line. Correct them. Teach them the right way to do things. A lot of times kids just don't know the right way. Yeah. And so I got those type of experience, man. I grew up on 25th and Estelle. Yeah. Like, I grew, like, before Gordon Parks was there, it was a field.
Yeah, I used to practice football there. I grew up literally on 20.
I tell the kids all the time, I point at the fence. I was sneaking. This used to be fenced off. Yeah. Was not supposed to be over here, being bad. I tried to jump the fence. My hand got caught. Cut my hand open. Tried to hide it from my grandma. Tried my hardest. But it was deep enough to where if I keep hiding it, I'm going to lose my entire hand. Damn. And when I walked in the house, the leaves and the grass that I put on top of it, because I'm running the streets, I'm trying to stop it from bleeding. Like, my grandma walked in the house, man, I ended up getting like 20 stitches. Damn. But so, like, explaining that to the kids and knowing about, be at home by the street light, but you also want to be home before it get too dark because the neighborhood dogs that won't stop chasing you till they get a bite of that ass real quick. Whoa. That was crazy. That was my bad. Let me tone it down a little bit. But, man, everybody been chased by a wild hood dog, man. Like, dang, where y'all owners at? Stop chasing me. Yeah. So being able to relate with kids like with just that and speak their language, I mean, that's important. Yeah. And
Doz, you coming off another season in the CFL. Y'all make it to the playoffs this year, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, how'd y'all season go overall as a team, as how you think you did, and like what's next for you?
Team, well, the season for us was actually pretty bad. Like, I think we made it to the playoffs. We secured the last spot, but we had a losing record. So, I mean, I think at one point in time we lost like 8 straight maybe or something like that. And Yeah, wins were hard to come by, but we pulled it together at the end of the year. Personally, I mean, I had a decent year. I wouldn't say it was a great season. I wouldn't say it's a bad one. I just did my thing, dropped a couple picks. So, you
need those.
Yeah, if I got those, it would have been, I had a great year.
Yeah.
But, next is free agency comes up in February. So, yeah, my contract's up. So, waiting to see what happens next.
There you go, running it back. All right. So, we got Keon behind the board again. It's good to see new faces on the workshop. I appreciate y'all guys for stopping by, sharing some knowledge, dropping some gems, just having a good conversation. And just like that, we out.
We out.
How?
Peace.
Never too late.